The TV1 News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome to another edition of TV1 News. I'm Rex Litter. In this edition, Sir Julius Chen finally laid to rest. Huon Gulf District launches impact projects. And Hunters trial match set for Friday, 7th February. An end of an era. Sir Julius Chen, born 29th August 1939 and died 30th January 2025, was finally laid to rest today in his home in Manmantinut, Huris in New Ireland province, surrounded by family and friends. He wishes to have him buried in his village, and within 7 days was granted, as he was laid down to rest.
A fitting farewell for a chief. The silence, grief, sorrow, and honor fill the air as the casket of Sir Julius Chen was lowered by the PNG Defence Force soldiers. Described as a man of integrity and transparency, Sir Julius impacted many lives, including young leaders in the country. He maintained his colorful political career until his passing on the 30th of January 2025. A touching and fitting service was held to celebrate his life before his burial. Bishop of Tvwan Diocese Ronald Vunuvu conducted the final burial rites, and two of Sir J's children paid tribute to their dead, reflecting on the good memories present and paying their final respect and tribute to a great friend and leader included Pius Winty, Dr. John Momis, and Prime Minister James Marape. Following the death of Sir Julius last week, time was of essence to fulfill his wish of burying him within 7 days. Hence, his body was flown the next day to Port Moresby. After 3 days in Port Moresby, where a state funeral was held, and his body was put to lie in state at the Grand Hall of Parliament. He was flown back to Tvwan on Wednesday. He overnighted in Tvwan before traveling 256 kilometers along the Bolominski Highway for the last time on Wednesday evening. Cultural rituals and ceremonies were performed along the way before reaching his village in the night, where the provincial government officially handed over the body to his family. This period not only commemorated Sir Julius Chen's achievements, but also allowed the community to come together in solidarity, celebrating the values he championed and the enduring spirit of leadership. Susan Oreape, TV1 News.
In a show of respect and grief, the leaders from the New Guinea Islands performed a traditional obligations to honor the legacy of Sir Julius Chen. Representing the NGI region, members of parliament from West New Britain province presented gifts and traditional money to the children of the late Sir Julius Chen, led by Governor Sasindran Mutuvel, member for Nakanai, and Minister for Oil Palm, Francis Maneke, and member for Talasia, Freddie Kumai. The West New Britain leaders pledged 250,000 kina to fund a monument in memory of Sir Julius Chen. Mutuvel, on behalf of the leaders, spoke of supporting the idea of Sir J to decentralize power to the provinces and committed to support the bill in Parliament with the other NGI leaders. Project worth 7 million kina were recently launched at the Huon Gulf District headquarters in Lae. This included heavy machinery to start the construction of district roads, the opening of Huon Gulf's electoral office, the refurbishment of the district office, new fleet, and the launch of its magazine.
The Huon Gulf District in Morobe Province launched projects worth 7 million kina on Friday, January 31st at the district headquarters in Lae. Member for Huon Gulf Jason Peter said the heavy machinery that will be used to start work on the district roads, including the new fleet, are valued at 6 million kina. The new electoral and project offices cost around 200,000 kina, while stationery and equipment used to outfit them were purchased at approximately 100,000 kina. Also launched was the first edition of the Huon Gulf District magazine entitled Morning Star.
Naiga Tvwan sector manager lo work. One kai tu igora lo councillors lo work lo yumi lo one ward we maybe represent lo ya so. Overall time kami sa office as dreaman lo bottom up plan lo milagi mouse line ama senis. Samplay mi senis. Lik senis trend. Time mi lukim igoran. Miat mi round 2 mi lukim progress lo tamani goran lo councillor. Lik work mi kaman with space. Planty maybe because lo nubla initiative may come in, planning to understand the mau passing the walkway, the walk, planning walking go incomplete walk is stop, planning failed project is stop. This thing we look now, our people can look now, put him option straight, way forward, lo people can and the same straight him always la walk, lo senis must come up, lo one word where you missed up long.
Meantime, the local MP said the 7 million kina came through their 2023 and 2024 budgets. Susan Oriape, TV1 News.
About 63 retired teachers in the Western Highlands province who are members of the Papua New Guinea Teachers Association and have not received their leave fares following retirement are still waiting due to the court proceedings against TSA President Aita Sanankepe. Now that the court proceedings against him have been dismissed, Sanankepe says he intends to pursue this further and ensure these teachers' leave fares are distributed accordingly.
In Morobe, you have teacher leave fare problems, appointment problems. In Western Island, 63 teachers resigned by the Teaching Commission. Well, I thank Commissioner for resigning them, but the way he resigned them, teachers are complaining now. So on that token, PND members and teachers nationwide, I'm now released. This morning I thank the public prosecutor who started this case and went before the National Court and nullified these proceedings. So I'm now released. And teachers nationwide, I'm now back in the position as a national president with confidence.
On Wednesday, Total Energies, operator of Papua LNG project, signed a memorandum of understanding with Caritas Technical Secondary School to support the academic inclusion of young girls from Gulf Province in Papua LNG's TVET scholarship program.
The Memorandum of Understanding marked the beginning of a valuable partnership with Caritas and the expansion of the project's TVET investment in PNG. The Papua LNG Scholarship will benefit 10 young women from Gulf Province currently enrolled in National Certificate Courses 1 and 2 in the stream of hospitality. Complementing their educational journey through scholarship assistance, 5 students from the NC1 commercial cookery class and another 5 students from NC2 classes in operations will have their boarding and tuition fees along with 1 school uniform provided for under the terms of the MOU. The intent of the support under the TVET scholarship is to enable Gulf students to gain skills for future employment in PNG where demand is forecasted. In alignment with the project's first pillar of strengthening the country's workforce development, it is also mindful of being a responsible neighbor and bridging gender gaps when accessing education.
Project, we do have a commitment for the long term for contributing in Papua New Guinea to the general education level and services to the country, to the young people in the country.
It is anticipated that these students will equip themselves with the necessary skills, knowledge, and practical development to attain certificates within their chosen trades and qualify for future employment opportunities in the country.
We're very grateful because now the young women can be able to really see that there are other people who are willing to support them.
Managing Director for Total Energies highlighted education is a cornerstone to the development of the country and stressed that as a responsible neighbor, the project's contribution to the development of this country will be through the education of the children, especially young women.
And why? Because education to us is a cornerstone of the development of this country. And actually, if we want to achieve the development of the Gulf province, it has to go through education of the youngest and of the ladies as well, for ultimately having these people able to enter in life with all the assets in hand.
The Papua LNG TVET scholarship program has supported more than 460 students at TVET institutions within Port Moresby since 2019. Maricela Kelaton, TV1 News.
Hundreds of Catholic school educators gathered at St. Joseph's Catholic Church in East Boroko for annual commissioning Mass for Catholic Agency Schools. Presiding over the ceremony, Cardinal John Ribart MSc commended teachers for their dedication and praised St. Charles Secondary, Marineville Secondary, St. Joseph's International Catholic College and LaSalle Secondary for the outstanding 2024 examination results. The Cardinal reminded educators of their mission, saying teaching and touching students' hearts will inspire them to move forward with hope and contribute positively to society. The Mass featured a choir from St. Joseph's International Catholic College and students-led processions. The commissioning marks the start of another year of faith-driven education. You're watching TV1 News. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
What would you say to 6 months free bonus credit? Wowee! That's right! Get the Wowee 4G LTE smartphone from Digicel and you'll enjoy 35 Kina bonus credit every month for 6 months, plus a whopping 50 gigs of data and 60 minutes free talk for 7 days. Hurry! Get your Wowee 4G LTE smartphone for only 199 Kina at a Digicel store or agent today and say Wowee to a total of 210 Kina free credit. Only with Digicel.
Welcome back. The National Cultural Commission, or NCC, has taken a major step forward in strengthening its governance and workforce development with the launch of 3 key policy documents: the unveiling of the Operational Manual, Gender Equity and Social Inclusion, OGESI Policy, and Training and Development Policy, and plan marks a milestone in the organization's journey towards efficiency, inclusivity, and growth.
The National Cultural Commission has taken a significant step in strengthening cultural governance and workforce development with the launch of key policy documents aimed at enhancing efficiency, inclusivity, and capacity building. At the ceremony attended by senior government officials, development partners and stakeholders, NCC Executive Director Stephen Kilanda emphasized the importance of these policies in modernizing the organization's operations.
This document is the GESI policy. I think we have set out the circular instruction as per the NCC for all agencies to develop the GESI policy. And also in our work area, we are seriously addressing this gender issue. We've got pair representation at the executive management team and the senior management team and also the staff. Training policy that we have, we don't have a training policy. Our staff apply for scholarship overseas, but EVM is telling us to go back to the
Chief Secretary to the Prime Minister and NEC and Chairman of NCC board members, Ivan Pomolu, acknowledged the NCC's efforts in ensuring cultural governance aligns with national priorities.
So as we move forward, let these internal policies and operational manual be our roadmap as we can foster institutional empowerment, development and success through the implementation of these important policies and operational guidelines.
Is set to enhance efficiency and streamline services, while the GESI policy ensures inclusivity by fostering a diverse and fair work environment. The training and development policy and plan focuses on capacity building and equipping NCC staff with skills to advance the organization's mission. Deputy Secretary for Policy and Reform, Elisen Kalimet, highlighted the significance of these initiatives in preserving and promoting PNG's rich cultural heritage.
So these 4 documents are pivotal in several key areas. Firstly, for us TPM, we identified that they are instrumental in terms of promoting a culture of learning and development within the National Cultural Commission. Secondly, they are vital for fostering growth and innovation within National Cultural Commission. And finally, they are crucial in reducing liability risk by ensuring transparency and accountability in all the processes.
As the event concluded, stakeholders reaffirmed their commitment to supporting the NCC's vision for a more progressive and inclusive cultural sector. With these new policies in place, NCC is poised for a transformative journey, strengthening governance, fostering inclusivity, and ensuring Papua New Guinea's cultural heritage remains at the heart of national development. Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 News.
SP Brewery has donated 20,000 kina worth of essential equipment to the North Fly Police Station in Western Province. The donation presented on January 3rd include a Tafa tank and 4 air conditioning units to improve working conditions for officers in Kiunga. SP Brewery representative Jamie Karepa said the company is proud to support law enforcement in maintaining security. North Fly Acting Provincial Police Commander, Inspector Anjab Minata, welcomed the donation, highlighting that it would help address ongoing water shortages and improve station facilities. UN Women Regional Director for Asia Pacific, Christine Arab, reaffirmed the organization's commitment to supporting the government of PNG's leadership in advancing gender equality and women empowerment.
The visit, which took place between 28th and 31st January, strengthened partnerships with government officials, members of parliament, development partners, civil society organizations, youth organizations, and grassroots women's groups celebrating Papua New Guinea's significant progress while addressing ongoing challenges. During her meetings with Prime Minister James Marape and the Minister for Community Development, Youth and Religion, Jason Peter, Arab recognized the important investments PNG has made to tackle gender-based violence, increasing women-owned spaces for economic opportunities, and strategic enhancing of national legal frameworks to ensure women's equality.
Our partners, when we first started talking to the municipalities, the first thing everyone heard was infrastructure, and it's true. If you don't have solid infrastructure, it is very hard for women and children to feel safe. And I suspect it's very hard for men to feel safe too. I think they're just less likely to admit it.
Arab visited Gordon's Market, a flagship women's economic empowerment project, with only 10% of women in PNG having access to formal financial services. The Gordon's Market initiative is crucial in providing women vendors with sustainable economic opportunities and in which women lead the market's governance and administration. Addressing gender-based violence, Arab emphasized the urgent need to strengthen survivor support systems, particularly as 68% of women in PNG experience GBV in their lifetime. UN Women emphasized that they continue to work alongside the government to advance legal frameworks, community-based interventions, and capacity building for service providers. This visit reaffirmed UN Women's commitment to working in close partnership with the government of Papua New Guinea to drive policy advancements, economic empowerment, and protection for women and girls. Through continued collaboration and strategic investments, UN Women remains dedicated to fostering lasting change for gender equality across the country. Mary Silla Kelleton, TV1 News.
In January this year, nearly 100 vanilla farmers, agribusinesses and stakeholders from 40 farmers groups across East and West Sepik provinces gathered in Mandi village, East Sepik, for a farmer-to-farmer exchange organized by the Food and Agriculture Organization under the EU's trade program. The event focused on sharing knowledge and strategies to strengthen sustainability in the vanilla value chain.
Farmers, agribusinesses and stakeholders from 40 groups in East and West Sepik gathered in Mandi village for an FAO-led farmer-to-farmer exchange under the EU's Trade PNG program, focusing on sustainable vanilla farming. Mong's AG Trade Services, a local agribusiness supported by the program, shared its success in exporting premium vanilla beans, highlighting how digital tools have opened market access to buyers in Canada and Australia. A field tour of Mong's vanilla plots offered valuable lessons on vine management, pest control, and climate adaptation, showcasing sustainable farming practices that could boost yields in the region. Discussions emphasized key priorities for the industry, including the need for a unified farmers association, better market competition, and enhanced infrastructure in remote areas. Participants also addressed disease management and the distribution of treated vines to combat fungal diseases. The event concluded with plans to form a Greater Sepik Vanilla Farmers Association, set up uniform processing standards, and develop a certification framework for global market access, ensuring the long-term growth and resilience of Papua New Guinea's vanilla industry. Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 News.
Papua New Guinea has come far in making cancer awareness known, says lead oncologist Dr. Peter Olali. He said improvements have been made in the awareness of cancer, unlike before.
Lead oncologist Dr. Peter Olali says the progress of cancer awareness, treatment, diagnostics, and screening in the last 50 years of Papua New Guinea's independence. Dr. Olali says that the work in combating cancer has come far in awareness and facilities in PNG.
Before, cancer was a disease where all man just harim, lose him, throw nothing. You come, how you go, you die one time inside you. So that's how we came. So the good information, good news that we have now is this year, first time, Engao now is starting radiation treatment. We operate now. So every week now they are giving radiation treatment to 50 patients. From Jan 16 September this year, we will also open ours. So that's, I think we are on time.
Dr. Olali said the next step is delivering a much stronger fight against all forms of cancer.
Number of patients and the load that we will get is plenty too much. So we are fully aware of that. So me plus Salim or specialist doctor, technicians, out Peninsular country, training all. They're already back, some plus start yet. Planning in advance for the opening of the center. So everything is all planned. This like Christmas alone, DPM, recruiting plenty of new staff, cancer management, so we are heading the right way.
He said that the progress in PNG has brought some level of relief to individuals living with cancer, their families, and the country.
So 50th Jubilee Blimilo this year, we should have good news for cancer.
Jasmine Irajak, TV1 News.
And now the finance news. The kina closed lower at $0.2492 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2417, $0.3825 Australian dollars, $0.2250 euro, and 37.57 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, coffee, and copra closed higher, while cocoa, copra, palm oil, and crude oil closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher. We'll bring you stories from around the region after the break. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic Kakaru, get up and big smile on face. Time for kimchi
PNG, the taste PNG loves.
Digicel Business. We help grow your business with secure, reliable and cost-effective ICT solutions. We will manage your technology so you can power your vision for your business with the best solutions to offer. Accelerate your business growth with Digicel Business Cloud Solutions with cloud platform services, disaster recovery as a service and backup as a service. Talk to our cloud solutions experts today. Digicel Business. Better solutions for better business.
Join Digicel and enjoy the network that rewards you with a whole lot more. Activate a new Digicel prepaid SIM and get 2 gigs data plus 20 minutes free Digicel to Digicel talk for 3 months. Get your first month's reward instantly with no spend required. Spend 30 kina or more for your rewards in months 2 and 3. So what are you waiting for? Get your new SIM at any Digicel outlet or agent today and enjoy free talk and free data only with Digicel.
Can everybody say Mbula?
Following the 2024 Pacific Break competition, we're celebrating the best musicians from across the region.
We are in such a mood tonight
with a series of live performances from Fiji.
Y'all are amazing.
This week, experience the soulful island sounds of Oni. Pacific Break concert, Oni.
Welcome back. After becoming a healthcare worker, Patrick Nixon from Yamaitok in Anga Province returned to his home village to care for his people. Patrick has been working as a healthcare worker for 7 years with assistance of Mission Aviation Fellowship and Kompiam District Hospital. He has plans to build a new aid post to better house the sick.
And a healthcare worker for Baptist Health Services takes care of the health facility in Yamaitok, Anga Province. Around 6,000 people in and around Yamaitok depend on Patrick for healthcare services. Patrick has empathy for his people and chooses to be close to them in order to help them better.
If I work in towns and cities, then who will save my people? We have no road link and other services to provide, so MAF is working 24 hours to save us. Any critical conditions, any medevac.
The Kompiam District Hospital employs community health workers who work in remote aid posts throughout Enga and remote communities in provinces that share a border with Enga. It supports Patrick and the services that his facility provides.
The hospital sends their health workers, the community health workers who are posted here. They get to come back every year for a training. The hospital supports them. They're part of this community, and it works in many ways because they are the sons of the land.
One way the Kompiam District Hospital supports CHWs is by sending a medical team on an aerial health patrol to these remote aid posts, such as the one in Yamaitok, with the support of Mission Aviation Fellowship. Kompiam District Hospital currently supports the work of 22 CHWs in Enga. It plans to double this number to 51. Meantime, Patrick is planning to build a new aid post to better house the sick in Yamaitok. Jasmine Irajak, TV1 News.
The Western Australian election campaign is officially underway, with Labor focusing on family through a $650 million school fee upgrade pledged, while the Liberals prioritise health with a $24 million plan for at-home chemotherapy and hospital care. With the March 8 election locked in, tensions are rising. Premier Roger Cook has taken aim at the opposition, while protests disrupted Star Liberals candidate Basil Zempalis. campaign launched, key issues like health, housing, cost of living, and law and order are set to dominate the race.
A major milestone for families as school returns.
My name's Mr. Cook. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Mr. Cook.
And for the government as the election campaign formally begins.
Good afternoon, Governor. How are you?
The starter's pistol officially fired with a signature from the governor, locking in a March 8 election. Labor staying focused on families, promising more than $650 million for a handful of new schools and upgrades to existing sites.
50% of our schools are over 50 years old, because it's important that they are renovated, and we're doing that in a logical, rational manner.
While the Liberals honed in on health, pledging $24 million to offer chemo at home for public hospital patients and expand hospital in the home programs.
It's about providing more options for WA patients and providing chemotherapy in a home environment, the comfort of home, surrounded by loved ones, as well as reducing the risks of infection.
Even before the election officially kicked off inside Government House, the gloves were already coming off, the Premier ramping up his rhetoric against his opponents.
WA might have the strongest economy in the nation, but we have the laziest Liberals in the nation. And WA cannot risk the WA Liberals.
Also not shying away from Labor protesting the campaign launch of star candidate Basil Zemplis, although he says he didn't know what was happening.
This is an election campaign, right? There will be a bit of rough and tumble.
I'm not focused on political point scoring. I'm focused on a better future for Western Australians, on health, on housing, on cost of living, on law and order.
Issues certain to dominate the next month of campaigning.
Doubt has been cast over the South Australian state government's $600 million pledge to build a hydrogen power plant in Whyalla. The Premier stopped short of guaranteeing the project today, saying the money could be redirected if the steelworks owner doesn't invest in the site.
Promise made in opposition.
Our policy, all before 2025, will deliver a 250 megawatt electrolyser that will turn water into hydrogen.
But the Premier today tying the future of its $600 million plan to a commitment of the Whyalla Steelworks owner GFG Alliance to going green.
If we produced a hydrogen facility without the steelworks being a customer of the hydrogen because GFG hasn't invested in the steelworks, or worse still, found itself in even more challenging financial circumstances than it is currently in, then we put ourselves in a precarious position.
In Parliament today, the Premier raising concerns over GFG's capacity to invest in upgrades to make the green dream a reality.
The state government is owned a substantial sum of funds principally through being in arrears with royalty payments. That number is in the order of tens of millions of dollars.
As the day went on, politicians tried to downplay the vulnerability of the plant's future, that it'd rely on the existence of the steelworks as its major customer.
So those two things run together, and we continue to maintain major efforts to pursue those two different initiatives, getting the steelworks back on track and pursuing our hydrogen jobs plan.
You should not deduce from my remarks or the remarks of anyone within the government that we are not committed fully to expending a huge amount of money in Whyalla.
The state government's patience with the steelworks quickly running out.
We can't let this situation go on in perpetuity.
The embattled steelworks has faced other recent challenges, including problems with its blast furnace and job losses.
Peter Malinowskis's green hydrogen dreams have turned into a green nightmare.
In a statement, GFG says it remains resolute in its commitment to Whyalla and the transition to green iron and steel. They say over 8 years, Liberty has paid hundreds of millions of dollars in mining royalties and is continuing to work with its partners as it navigates current challenges facing the industry.
New research has found that most people growing cannabis in Canberra are still engaging in illegal activities despite the ACT's decriminalisation laws. The University of Sydney study surveyed cultivators on what they grow, how and why, along with chemical analysis of background cannabis.
Residents of Australia's bush capital have become accustomed to growing weed and breaking the rules to do it.
I think it's more of a policy statement and a statement of intent by the ACT government rather than being something that aligns with practical utility.
The University of Sydney's Lambert Initiative for Cannabinoid Therapeutics surveyed 311 Canberra cultivators to find out who is growing what and how.
What I've done is had a few plants within the legal limits. I've grown them both within pots and in the ground. We're talking about very small setups along the side of my property.
59% said they illegally shared seeds, plants and harvested cannabis. 40% bought seeds online, while 68% harvested more than 150 grams of plant material.
My most successful year, probably about 0.5 kilogram is what you're looking at.
All practices outside the decriminalisation laws. Some sent samples of their backyard buds for chemical analysis at the Lambert Initiative.
Very strong cannabis is about 30% THC. And what we found was the average was 9% THC, which means it was really quite mild and modest cannabis that wouldn't really blow people's heads off.
Surveyed growers generally smoked or converted their cannabis into edibles.
42% of cultivators were both medical and non-medical users. There was 13% who were pure medical-only users.
ACT Police say charges laid against backyard growers have been minimal and their focus is mostly on illegal commercial grow houses.
The downpour in Queensland, Australia has brought heartbreak for some and hope for others. As Rachel Stewart reports from Charters Towers, graziers have welcomed the rain, but others have lost everything.
This was Paul Devantier's home.
What's left behind is just a big pile of rubbish, really, but it was a roof over my head.
He camped at Macrossan Park for 2 years. When the Burdekin River broke its banks, he lost everything.
Yeah, well, left on Saturday afternoon and came back to this.
His tent wrapped around a tree. He's now living in his ute.
I just wish it had stopped raining.
The downpour has been welcomed by graziers.
People not too far north of us, they probably would wish that it stopped for a little while. We're lucky we've just been on the edge of it.
Fanning Downs Station has been in the Costello family for 124 years. While the river rose, the property and cattle remained unscathed.
This rain will set us up for a great season.
Businesses are open, but the town's on water restrictions. Chelsea Wheeler is lucky to have a rainwater tank.
We haven't had to reschedule any clients, however we have had clients have to reschedule because of the flooding and they can't come into town.
Charters Towers is a major freight route with road and rail now back up and running, but in other communities, supply issues are ongoing. Supermarkets have had difficulty getting goods further north.
Pleasing, as of today, we've secured air flight out of Brisbane into Cairns, upwards of about 20 pallets. Again, this will be basic foods and water for the community up in Cairns.
In the meantime, locals have been sourcing alternatives.
Because the shelves are empty, so we come to here.
This Cairns market has been run off its feet.
If you're up 300% in one day, they're new faces. So look, I encourage them to keep coming back.
A silver lining for the hard-hit north.
You're watching TV1 News. Sports is next. Stay tuned.
Hey PNG, guess what?
What?
You can save up to 34% on Digicel TV plans when you pay with Cell Money.
Nice, yeah.
And now, just visit a Cell Money agent or Digicel store to deposit money into your Cell Money wallet. Then dial *888# to buy your prepaid TV plan from your Cell Money wallet or use the Cell Money app and boom, save up to 34%.
Yeah.
Now you can enjoy more entertainment for less, only with Cell Money, a product of Digicel.
You look like you don't belong here.
Why is there nobody working the reception after 10?
I want you to lock the doors and wait for me. I will come pick you up right now. Consider yourself lucky.
Cuckoo premieres Saturday, February 15th, 9 p.m. on HBO.
Oh, look, it's me, the one and only Trixie Mattel.
She's back. Fresh from the Trixie Motel, Trixie and David are getting all dolled up again.
I'm just glad I had an excuse to wear these cute boots.
For the reno of a lifetime of their very own Hollywood home.
If we can do the motel, I think we could do something cool here. We should make it our dream house.
The Dragalicious new series.
Let's go look inside.
Woo! Oh. Trixie Motel, Drag Me Home. Starts Saturday, 7:30 on TLC.
At Digicel PNG Foundation, we are proud to announce the launch of another round of the Community Grants, a significant initiative aimed at empowering local communities to solve their own problems.
From the time we launched this initiative in 2019, we have given 92 grants totaling 4.5 million kina to over 70 organizations around the country. These local organizations have connected communities to water sources for the first time, built waiting homes for pregnant mothers, literacy centers for communities, health clinics in remote areas, classrooms for students, and safe houses for women at risk of violence.
At Digicel, we're not just connecting people, we're empowering communities.
Applications are now open.
Welcome back. In sports, Digicel ExxonMobil Cup Football Conference commenced today in Port Moresby and will run for 4 days under the theme, Building Better Clubs. The conference is about preparing the franchise clubs for the 2025 Digicel ExxonMobil Cup season. The conference is also aimed at strengthening and developing domestic rugby league competition as a pathway for PNG NRL team. Fans from all the franchise clubs participating in the Digicel ExxonMobil Cup competition are participating at the 4-day PNG RFL conference in Port Moresby as they prepare for the 2025 Digicel ExxonMobil Cup season. The conference brought together franchise club coaches, team managers, trainers, club chairmen, and other technical officials to share ideas about the 2025 season and on the pathways and development of the domestic competition. General Manager of Pathways and Performance, Tony Atra, said the conference is crucial for PNG RFL and the franchise clubs. He said if PNG RFL continues to raise the standards of the clubs, it will lead to better environment for players and the game will experience growth and development. Archer further said, it is important at this time of the season that the club come together and share their knowledge to better the sport. Archer added, the PNG RFL and the clubs can only build the game together through supporting and improving the Digicel ExxonMobil Cup. With PNG entering the NRL in 2028, part of the focus of the conference will be on strengthening the pathway programs. Digicel ExxonMobil Cup competition remains the only established pathway in the country and they will be looking to support the clubs and strengthen the competition. The highly anticipated PNG Hunters trials are scheduled for 4 p.m. this Friday, February 7th, at the Santos National Football Stadium in Port Moresby. The event will feature 3 exciting matches, beginning with the Hunters facing off against the Central Dabaris, followed by a game against the Hela Wigmen. The day will conclude with the competitive bout between the Dabaris and Wigmen.
PNG Hunters head coach Paul Ayton and assistant coach Enoch Maki have expressed their satisfaction with the team's progress over the past 12 months of intense pre-season training. They have noted players' commitment, dedication, and strong work ethics as critical components to their development. After nearly 3 months of rigorous training that included both field work and gym sessions, the players are eager to showcase their skills and what they have learned during their trials.
Midla coach, midla discuss after long. Opposition blame, midla master, plenty good law, science. Yes, midla we had a lily goal, sample lily errors. Both are taking defense, but very impressed long. First opposition midla master. Yes, I'm all talo president all prepare well to come. Midla to midla prepare well to so midla good Friday. Good luck game on Friday so. Well look forward long. Mostly midla boys midla look forward to game long. For the last 12 weeks, people are going to looking better, put into like practice straight or no time. People can't wait to game.
They have two quality opponents, the Central Dabaris and the Yellow Wigmen, who are also well prepared to challenge the Hunters. They will also use the trials to finalize their squads for the upcoming 2025 Digicel ExxonMobil Cup, which kicks off in April. At yesterday's Hunters Captain's Run, assistant coach Enoch Maki emphasized the importance of effort areas, particularly for new players who will be looking to make an impression on the coaching staff. With the recent departure of star player Judah Rimbu and injury concerns surrounding 5'8" Joshua Lau, the Hunters are actively searching for a new spine to provide essential support as they move into the new season. In addition to the spine, Maki is also pleased with the competition for the number 1 jersey among Moria, Sonny Wabo and Douglas David. Wabo is expected to take on a utility role at 5'8", while newcomer David is versatile enough to also play at center. However, for Friday's trials, Maki confirmed that Gairo Voro and Sonny Wabo will partner in the halves, while Glare is set to play at hooker.
Mostly I use combination of spines on my spine some combination right. The spine have been all middle food and right stock and right. Just lalu spine all. Time to slow now. I'm now time spine and blood down the league so. Then Judah losing blood to go so. All the boys will come all fit no right. So play easy or long. Time of building together. Come round one and like some good spine good long round one. The Friday Jimmy I'm not playing the rest. And Sunny na Garo Vairoba to half partners. Yeah.
Looking ahead, the Hunters have additional trials lined up against the Northern Pride next week in Cairns and Central Queensland Capras the following weekend in Port Moresby. Following these trials, the team will be trimmed down. However, due to a high number of injuries, they may retain most of the 30 players as backup. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Lanky Biela Rugby Union Sevens convert Derek Voku is embracing the new challenge with the PNG Hunters. Voku, a former PNG Puk Sevens player, is still coming to terms with his unexpected journey to PNG's Queensland Cup team, the PNG Hunters. At 23 years old, this gentle giant stands at 192 centimeters tall and weighs 89.5 kg. After being invited to join the Hunters for the pre-season in a train and trial arrangement, Voku is eager to prove himself.
Approximately 10 weeks of rigorous training, Biela Rugby Union convert Derek Voku is quickly adapting to the demands of rugby league, learning essential skills and the intricacies of the 13-a-side game, which is a stark contrast to his background in rugby sevens.
Firstly, starting to squad, the squad, and big play opportunity to mas. All calling me na me had talk notes, so me just come to. Yeah, but first block I'm had. Plenty something to me lining. Plenty something me lining. Second block I'm go light. Yeah. Me put him like one something me lining lo training camp. Coach lining me like plenty something me lining lo coach. Thank you to Liam lo see me come. lo star player, like it's a privilege na honor lo star player. Planti line like lo kam but me kam. La thank you. Tok thank you lo big player na coach. Yeah. Like when something me line lo training ba me putin sa lo try.
The West Indian native recalls his initial experience with rugby league during his school days in his hometown. After moving to Port Moresby to complete his education, he joined the Valley Hunters 15's junior development team. His standout performance during the Sports Talk Sevens tournament caught the attention of national selectors, leading him to debut for the PNG Pukpuks in Chile in 2021. However, after traveling for various tournaments, Voko made the difficult decision to focus solely on rugby instead of continuing his education. Growing up in a sporting family, he was influenced by his elder siblings, twins Jack and Sam Voko, who played for the Kimbe Rebels. While primarily a Rugby Union player, Voko also dabbles in Oz rules, which he believes adds extra skills to his play. He is comfortable playing on the wing and can also fill the fullback position. As the Hunters get ready for their upcoming trials against Central Dabaris and Hella Wigman, Voko expressed confidence in applying what he has learned in training.
I'm no rugby league player, but I'm Osirul player. Then I'm following the two twins, big player, two brother Bemi, Jack Woku na Semok. Tupla sa play lo, same bin sa play lo Kimbe Rebels, and like was a travel round, and then Jack Benin footstep them come, and now me Benin to them.
Vogel says he looks forward to the challenges ahead and hopes to make a significant impact on the team. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Cricket PNG will be announcing its Under-19 Garamut team tomorrow for the ICC Cricket World Cup East Asia Pacific Division 1 qualifier. The qualifier is scheduled from 22nd to the 30th of April this year in Japan. Coming off the back of winning the EAP Division 2 qualifier in September last year in Samoa, the Garamuts are aiming to win the Division 1 qualifier this April in Japan and book themselves a spot for the 2026 ICC Men's Under-19 Cricket World Cup. To pass the Division 1 qualifier tournament, they need a good team, and Cricket PNG has established a selection panel to pick the best side possible. The panel has already identified players, and a training team is expected to be unveiled tomorrow. Providing insight into selection of the team, CEO of Cricket PNG Richard Dunn said those players that featured in the Division 2 qualifier in Samoa last year have the inside running. They are likely to dominate the team. He also indicated that players develop differently over time and may miss out on selection. The selection panel is expected to name the 14 players that participated in the Division 2 qualifier last year. They will also bring in some fringe players to the team. These players will have a chance to impress selectors and make the final squad. The Garamuts' top performers in the Division 2 qualifier last year are all expected to retain the spot. The players include Downshi Tom, Frank Naime, Vagi Moria and Gaba Frank. The latter is based in Australia with Western Suburbs Cricket Club in Sydney. Kilapala has been named the new Garamuts head coach. He replaces Jack Vare, who was suspended from the role for supporting players and petitioning CPNG board to suspend CEO Richard Dunn. Pala previously coached Garamuts in 2017. The ICC Men's Under-19 Cricket World Cup EAP Division 1 qualifier will feature Indonesia, the host Japan, Vanuatu and Papua New Guinea. Winner of the qualifier books a spot in the ICC Under-19 Cricket World Cup in 2026. And now the weather forecast. In regional forecast, southern Port Moresby, mostly cloudy with possible few showers. Daru and Karema, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Momase, late cloudy periods with brief showers and possible thunderstorm ease into cloudy periods. Vanimo, mostly cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Kokopo Rabaul, partly cloudy. Lorengau, mostly cloudy with some showers. Buka, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Highlands, Mount Hagen, cloudy periods with showers. Goroka, Bans and Kundiawa, partly cloudy with few showers. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, cloudy periods with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Ocean forecast, Coral Sea, seaslight to moderate with west to northwest winds of 10 to 20 knots, increasing to 25 to 30 knots over the western sector. Solomon Sea, seas moderate with northwest to northerly winds of 10 to 20 knots. Bismarck Seas, seaslight to moderate with northwest to northeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. Pacific Ocean, seaslight to moderate with northeast to easterly winds of 5 to 15 knots. And coastal waters forecast. Waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru, Kiwai Islands, Kerema to Yule Island, to Hood Point to Samurai Island. Seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters, rising to 2.5 to 3.0 meters along warning areas. Waters of Samurai Island to Cape Vogel and All Million Bay Islands, seas 1.5 to 2.5 meters. And waters of Finsafen through Vitia Strait to Siasilong Island to Madang, seas 1.5 to 3.0 meters. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Pleasant viewing. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.